This whole situation is wild and things are getting messier by the minute. Let's break it down and take a closer look at everything that's been going down. First off, let's talk about Yandy, the woman at the center of this drama. She's been through a lot, and now it seems like she's finally had enough. After what went down with her man, Mies, she went from being calm and collected to making some major moves. It all started when Yandy's ex was spotted in Miami, living his best life. The man was out there, sipping champagne, surrounded by friends who were clearly living a different lifestyle, while some people thought he was at home feeling sorry for himself. But no, out there having a great time, and honestly, it seemed like he was trying to prove a point. He was acting like he wasn't bothered by what was happening with Yandy, but she wasn't buying it. Yandy quickly made it clear that she wasn't going to stand around crying over a man who didn't deserve her. The next major moment came when Yandy shared a post that left everyone talking. The caption read, "Never let a man fumble you twice," and that was it. She wasn't hiding her feelings anymore. In fact, she was so over everything that she unfollowed Mies on social media and deleted all their pictures together. It was a clear sign that she was done with him. If that wasn't enough, Mies tried to do some damage control by going live on Instagram. However, things didn't go as planned. He was all over the place, talking in circles and getting defensive. Instead of making things better, he just made himself look worse. To make matters even more ridiculous, Mies had the nerve to say that people needed to mind their own business and that half the people watching him were probably in worse situations than he was. Like, excuse me? Dude, you're being exposed left and right and you're mad at us? That's not how this works. Then he went on to say that Yandy wasn't going anywhere, claiming she knew what was up. Well, Mies, you might want to check again because Yandy is done. She's made that clear, and there's no turning back. Oh, because things are about to get even juicier. While Mez was busy trying to salvage whatever was left of his reputation, Erika, another woman involved in the drama, dropped a bombshell. She came forward with some serious claims. According to Erika, Mez tried to pay her off to keep quiet about everything that was happening. Yeah, you read that right. She said that Mies was offering her hush money in exchange for her silence. Erika posted screenshots of the alleged messages, and let me tell you, they didn't look good for him. The messages showed Mez trying to work out a deal, asking Erika to keep things under wraps, even suggesting they figure out a number that would make sense. Erika wasn't having any of it, though. She responded saying, "I don't want your money. I want the truth." Now, if you think that was the end of it, you're wrong. Yandy wasn't just going to sit back and let this play out without saying something. She went live on Instagram with her lawyer by her side, and let me tell you, Yandy was calm, cool, and collected. But she didn't need to say much to get her point across. The few words she did speak were loud and clear. When people show you who they are, believe them. Her lawyer added, "We don't make emotional decisions, we make legal decisions." Translation, Mez is in big trouble. If Erika has proof that Mez tried to pay her off and Yandy is freezing his money, Mies is in for a rough time. Things are looking pretty bad for Mez right now. Word on the street is that Yandy is already in the process of filing for divorce. But wait, it gets even messier. Just when you think this situation couldn't get more complicated, who shows up? Samantha, the woman who has had a long-standing feud with Yandy. She jumped onto Instagram, taking shots at Yandy and the whole situation. Samantha posted a message that said, "I tried to warn y'all, but y'all called me bitter." Yo, now, embarrassed. She's loving every minute of this drama, and honestly, it's clear she's enjoying the chaos. Another person who is enjoying this whole mess is Kim YP. She made a comment on Instagram saying, "When you build your happiness on another woman's pain, don't be surprised when karma knocks on your door." People are eating this drama up, and the internet can't get enough of it. Everyone has an opinion about what's going down, And honestly, the biggest question on everyone's mind is, what's next for Yandy? Yandy has always been known as a boss, independent and strong. She's not going to sit around feeling sorry for herself. There's even talk that she might already have a new man in her life. The rumor mill is buzzing because she was spotted having dinner with a very wealthy, very attractive mystery man. People are saying this guy could be a big-time real estate investor who has been friends with Yandy for years. If that's true, it's a serious blow to Mies. Not only is Yandy walking away from him, but she's also upgrading. She's moving on and leaving him behind. So where does this leave us? Yandy is done with Mess. Mess is scrambling to fix his reputation, but it's not looking good. Erika is holding strong and isn't backing down, and Yandy may have already moved on to someone new. This is like a real-life soap opera, and the internet is loving every second of it. But hold on, because there's even more drama to unfold. Just when you thought the situation couldn't get crazier, we learn about leaked DMs between Mies and Erika. These DMs show that Mess was doing everything he could to keep his situation with Erika under wrap. In the messages, Erika tells him she won't stay quiet forever and that she won't be ignored while he tries to live a life with Yandy. Mies, instead of denying anything, is begging her to keep it quiet. One of the messages even had him saying, "I told you I was going to handle it. You didn't have to go public with this." Handle what? Last time I checked, it was Yandy who was handling things, not Mies. Once these DMs got out, Yandy was spotted without her wedding ring. This sent everyone into a frenzy because it seemed like the final sign that Yandy was really done. The day after the leaked messages, Yandy went live again and spoke her mind. She didn't name names, but she didn't need to. She said, "Don't ever let me make you feel like you're asking for too much when you're actually settling for too little." She also added, "One thing about me, I know my worth, and I refuse to lose myself trying to love a man who doesn't love himself enough to do right." Yandy is done, and this time, it's for real. But let's not forget, this situation is far from over. There's a whole legal side to this now because Erika is reportedly ready to take legal action. It turns out, when Mess was locked up, Erika was helping him out financially. Now, sources are claiming that Mies promised to pay her back once he was out of jail, but he never did. Erika has been keeping records, including emails, texts, and bank transfers, and she's ready to take him to court over it. This just adds another layer to the drama. Not only is Mess facing relationship issues, but now he's facing legal trouble too. At this point, it's clear that things aren't looking good for Mess. He's lost Yandy, and now he's dealing with Erika's legal claims. The drama is heating up, and we'll have to see what happens next. One thing's for sure, this is far from over, and we're all here for the ride. Title: The drama between Yandy, Mendeecees, and Erika just got even messier. Things have taken an unexpected turn in the ongoing drama surrounding Yandy Smith, Mendeecees Harris, aka Mendeecees, and Erika Mena. What initially seemed like a personal relationship issue has now exploded into a full-blown legal and media circus. And to make matters even more complicated, it looks like Yandy might be about to take drastic action. Let's take a step back and break down everything that's going on. A familiar pattern? For those who are familiar with this drama, it's not the first time Mendeecees has found himself in trouble. Many people remember the days when Mendeecees had legal issues hanging over his head. His past legal troubles were public knowledge when he was locked up for moving money in ways that the authorities didn't approve of. Fast forward to now, and it looks like history might be repeating itself. Financial issues and scandals seem to follow Mendeecees wherever he goes, and this time, it looks like things are getting messier by the day. Mendeecees breaks his silence. Up until recently, Mendeecees had been pretty quiet about everything going on in his personal life. There were no posts, no statements, just complete silence. However, when the pressure seemed like it was mounting and the walls were closing in on him, Mendeecees decided it was finally time to speak up. He took to Instagram, but his response wasn't exactly what people expected. Instead of addressing the allegations head-on, he posted a long caption claiming that people love to spread lies when they see others winning. He wrote, "I ain't addressing no foolishness. Y'all believe what I want." But here's the thing, he couldn't really ignore the obvious. First of all, this post seemed to be an indirect response to the leaked messages between him and Erika, which people were calling out. One Instagram comment even read, "Boy, just say you got caught and go." Another person pointed out, Mendeecees always deflects instead of owning up. That didn't help Mendeecees' case at all. Yandy's response, or lack thereof, was just as telling. She didn't entertain Mendeecees' remarks, but instead let the drama unfold. But the real plot twist came when someone else entered the mix, Kim Yvette. Kim Yvette joins the drama. Kim Yvette, who has had a long-running feud with Yandy, didn't waste any time jumping into the drama. She went live on social media, sharing her thoughts about the situation. Kim made it clear that she wasn't surprised by what was going on, saying, "I told y'all Mendeecees was no good, but nobody wanted to listen. Now look, Yandy's looking dumb again." Kim also claimed that she had been warning everyone about Mendeecees for years, and now it looked like the truth was coming out. If you think about it, Kim had even predicted that Erika and Mendeecees had unfinished business. In her eyes, everything that was happening now was just part of the inevitable fallout. What does this mean for Yandy and Mendeecees' brand? Yandy and Mendeecees have built quite an empire together. They have businesses, brand deals, and a whole power couple image that many people have admired. But now, with these issues coming to light, their empire might be in trouble. One of the biggest questions people are asking is, what does this mean for their brand? After all, who wants to take relationship advice from a man who can't seem to stay faithful? And let's not forget, Yandy has been out here telling women how to stand by their man through thick and thin. Now, with all of this drama, Yandy is facing the biggest decision of her life. Is she going to stay, or is she going to walk away from Mendeecees and their shared business empire? Yandy makes a power move. Now, let's talk about the shocking twist that no one saw coming. As things started to spiral out of control, Yandy decided to make a major move. She froze all of their joint accounts. Yes, you read that right. Yandy hit Mendeecees where it hurts the most, his wallet. Sources close to the situation revealed that as soon as the leaked dams hit the internet, Yandy immediately contacted her lawyers and started taking steps to protect herself. Mendeecees, on the other hand, was scrambling. He tried calling Yandy, texting her, and reaching out in every way possible, but Yandy didn't respond to any of it. Instead, she took a completely different approach. The very next day, Yandy was spotted in Miami, looking absolutely stunning. She posted a picture of herself on Instagram, captioning it, "Never let a man fumble you twice." It was clear that she wasn't at home crying over Mendeecees. No, she was out living her best life, surrounded by her successful friends and looking like a true boss. And if that wasn't enough of a statement, Yandy unfollowed Mendeecees on social media and deleted all of their photos together. This was clearly a public declaration. She was done with him. Mendeecees tries to do damage control. Meanwhile, Mendeecees wasn't handling the situation well. He went live on Instagram, attempting to do some damage control, but it ended up being a disaster. On the live, Mendeecees rambled on in circles, becoming defensive and only making himself look worse. At one point, he told his followers, "Well, need to mind y'all business. Half of y'all are in worse situations than me." But that didn't sit well with the people who were following the story. After all, Mendeecees was the one who had been exposed in the first place. And then Mendeecees had the audacity to say Yandy ain't going nowhere. She knows what it is. Well, looks like he was wrong because Yandy had already made it clear that she was done. Erika drops a bombshell. Just when things couldn't get any more dramatic, Erika Mina came forward with a major bombshell. She claimed that Mendeecees had tried to pay her off to stay quiet about everything that had been going on. Yes, you heard that right. Erika posted screenshots of what she said were text messages where Mendeecees allegedly offered her hush money. The texts showed Mendeecees asking Erika, "Let's figure out a number that makes sense," implying that he wanted to keep things quiet in exchange for money. Erika, however, wasn't interested. She responded, "I don't want your money. I want the truth." The internet went wild when these screenshots were posted, and it wasn't long before Yandy joined the conversation. A few hours later, she went live with her lawyer, sending a very clear message she wasn't playing around. Yandy remained calm but firm, saying when people show you who they are, believe them. Her lawyer followed up with, "We don't make emotional decisions. We make legal decisions." It was clear at that point Mendeecees was in deep trouble. If Erika's claims were true, and there was evidence of him trying to pay her off, combined with Yandy freezing their joint accounts, Mendeecees was facing some serious consequences. Divorce, revenge, and new beginnings? Rumors started circulating that Yandy was already in the process of filing for divorce. The streets were buzzing, and people were paying attention to every move Yandy made. As it turns out, the drama didn't stop there. Samantha, who has had her own ongoing feud with Yandy, popped back onto the scene. She took to social media saying, "I tried to warn y'all, but y'all called me bitter. Look at y'all now, embarrassed." Kim Yvette also jumped back in, claiming that when you build your happiness on another woman's pain, don't be surprised when karma knocks on your door. It was clear that everyone had something to say about the situation, and no one was holding back. Now, the biggest question on everyone's mind is, what's next for Yandy? Is she done with Mendeecees for good? Is this just another chapter in their tumultuous love story? Yandy's new beginning. Yandy is no stranger to the spotlight, and she has proven time and time again that she's a boss. She's independent, successful, and not someone who's going to sit around and cry over a man. Recently, there's been talk that Yandy might already be moving on. She was spotted having dinner with a mystery man who some people believe might be a wealthy real estate investor. If that's true, it's safe to say that Mendeecees has lost more than just his wife. He's lost out on the possibility of Yandy finding someone who treats her right and respects her. Where do we stand now? So, where do we stand today? Yandy has had enough and seems to be moving on. Mendeecees is in full damage control mode, but it might be too little, too late. Erika isn't backing down, and there's even talk of a new man in Yandy's life. This situation is far from over, and it's clear that the drama surrounding these three isn't going to fade away anytime soon. The internet is buzzing, and people are watching every move these celebrities make. So, what do you think? Is Yandy really done with Mendeecees for good, or is this just another chapter in their messy love story? Wow! Erika's bombshell revelation? Drop your thoughts below and let's talk about it. Stay tuned because this drama is far from over.